Welcome to another lesson, building an abundant environment, right? Most of you heard of this quote here. You are the average of the five people you spend the most time with. And or another similar quote is, show me your friends, I'll tell you what it's gonna be your future, or what's gonna be your lifestyle in 5 years, or what's gonna be your consciousness in 5 years, right? Because we are a product of our environment. Through the healing journey, we are clearing, cleaning, removing all the stagnant heavy energy from our first 7 years when we build our subconscious mind. But throughout our life, we need to learn on how to evolve from environment to environment. Therefore, we need to learn on how to evolve and from people. We need to be okay leaving people, where the evolution of life is going to be like, okay, right now I'm learning this level with this group of friends with these relationship, but not everyone's going to be reaching the next level together at the same time. And if I'm at the next level and there's people behind, yes, I can help them, but there's gonna be a point where like you're not gonna be able to help them anymore. If you start giving in the beginning, okay, but if you start giving and nothing's changed eventually, then you're gonna be creating a relationship like, okay, you're the savior, and then they want to be saved, and they're gonna start like creating an kind of like an attachment here, where eventually you're gonna realize that no one can really be saved. They need to save themselves, and you're gonna have to move on, right? And also, sometime naturally, the universe is gonna give you catalysts that people are gonna be splitting apart. Is It's just the evolution of life, and then those sometimes are miracles because somehow the universe knew that to reach your next level, you couldn't be associated with these people. They would have like drawn you down. So we need to accept that nothing lasts in the universe. Everything is in evolving, ever-ending evolution, right? The best way to start connecting with your next level of five person is to invest in yourself in events like Joe Dispenza or Tony Robbins and things like that, where like everyone there are investing a lot of money. They have the mindset of investing a lot of money in themselves. They believe in the work. They believe that they can achieve everything. They can experience all the possibilities in life. and and then yes, it's not everyone in those events that has uh, the similar energy than you, similar mindset than you. You're not going to be relating with everyone, but you're putting yourself in the right container to live this opportunity, right? And when we start doing those investment, it comes back in multiple ways. You might be living in a neighborhood right now that is not really the most abundant neighborhood, right? There's ways to get out of that. There nowadays we live in this marketplace where there's Airbnb, Ubers, and all those apps that allow us to rent for a short period of time, right? Even like there's marketplace in Europe for houses, right? Exchange of houses. You can also go live in a house of a millionaire to take care of their dogs and animals and things like that. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. There's so much website out there. We live in the age of abundance, right? So it might be scary to do the move, but there's going to be a point in your life where you're going to have to stretch yourself and do a big move and change country, change environment to go ingrain yourself into a different mindset, right? And this is going to stretch you, and it's going to allow you to see life differently, learn differently, and then you're going to be coming back to this old maybe family neighborhood that is not the most abundant, and then at least you're going to have all the wisdom, right? All the experience, and then you're going to be less stuck in this environment. I did this multiple time in my life. I'm constantly doing this, and this is the best advice I could give. If you really want this, there's always solution. There always, always, always ways to make it happen, right? You can do nowadays. There's like uh, all kind of website to finance your travels. You can do some volunteer works. You can be a host for free if you do some chores in the house or in the hotel, the hostels. There's so much possibilities. Teaching English online. People are doing everything nowadays, and even now with AI, you can even do even more. So it's the mindset of the 4 hour work week that I talked before. Me, I started my journey through this mindset in Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is known as the campus. Everyone was walking around with their book, the 4 hour work week. And somehow, yes, in Chiang Mai, you can live an amazing lifestyle, live like a king for like $500 a month. It probably changed because I didn't go there in a long time. But when I started, I was spending like, yeah, nothing, like $400 or $500 per month. I had no money. And then I was working every day in the cafes and working on my business while attending different workshop and different coffee about all topics, about marketing, about crypto, about, and then I was hanging out with like-minded people. Eventually, it cannot last because what I realized is that you get attuned to this type of cheap lifestyle, and so it's like hard to stretch yourself. So you get used to spending a little bit of money on food, you get used to spending a little bit of money on rent and all those things. So you need to be evolving from that. You get what you need to get in like a period of like 2 3 months, and then you move on to another location, and then maybe the next location is gonna allow you to experience something different, right? And each time it's a different perspective, right? At the beginning, maybe you don't want to do the move physically. But as we are talking in manifestation, we can create it in the etheric world first, right? You can work in your meditation on visualizing that you're living in the most expensive city in the world. For example, San Francisco, right? People that are in San Francisco based there, they can afford easily, all type of services. Like for me, when I started raising my price to like my soul audit at 333, most people were coming from California because it's nothing for them, because over there everything is expensive, right? So if you're based in India or whatever, and then you embody the whole mindset of like, okay, I'm a digital entrepreneur, I'm traveling the world, I am believing in all possibilities. I don't embody the mindset of being in India, you know and but maybe you're still in India, but at the beginning you can visualize that, okay, you are there in San Francisco, you're leaving it in your heart, you're playing in your mind eye a movie of like you're walking the street of San Francisco, you're visiting San Francisco, you're working from a cafe in San Francisco, you're listening to some music that is linked to San Francisco, you're having vision boards linked to San Francisco, you brainwash yourself with this. More and more you're going to embody a person that is living in San Francisco, and then slowly you might have an opportunity to go travel there that's going to ingrain even more this mindset, and then naturally, slowly, you're going to start attracting clients from there. So that's the process, right? You need to do those big move first. You can start by creating it in your mind eyes. Eventually you need to go there and then ingrain yourself, and then feel how does it feel like living in the most expensive location, hotel, plane, city, just the feeling of it. It's going to give you a perspective, and it's going to change your whole mindset, your whole energy. So yeah, on Airbnb nowadays we can rent villas easily, like for thousands of dollars, and then you can create like a retreat. That's another way to cut on the expenses, right? You gather friends at the beginning. You don't really do it like as an official offering. It's just friends. Hey, I found 8 friends that are all into spirituality. Let's split the cost of renting um, a villa for like 20 days. We're all going to be working remotely, helping each other. It's going to be a mastermind at the same time, right? and I'm living in this wonderful location that is changing my whole mindset. Right? And eventually, maybe you can start offering this, right? From your friend's retreat, you took some content, and then eventually, boom, it becomes your first content for your first retreat. Your first retreat, you do it cost, right? And then you get more content, more experience, and after that, you start doing a markup and start making money out of it. And then flying, um, first class. There's multiple ways to uh, fly first class. There's multiple people teaching travel hacking through making points with your credit cards, and there's so much different techniques out there, or just spending it yourself. The whole money is worth the investment. Just you don't need to live like that each time you take a flight or each time you travel, but once in a while, paying yourself this gift is going to allow you to really embody, remember how does it feel to be serve the best, to be worth it all, to experience all the possibilities that the universe can offer me and feel worthy of it, right? And then again, you can start by manifesting it in your meditation by just feeling in your heart center. You send a request, and then in your heart center, I'm feeling that, I'm in a first class ticket plane right now on the trip too. You don't need to choose a location, and then you're just feeling it, being greeted by the flight attendees, by eating the next level meal, by having like so much room for your leg, you're by sleeping, you feel all this, you receive it, and then you're so grateful, your heart is opening. And then naturally, maybe you're not even gonna pay for it. It's gonna come out of nowhere. Like in your next flight, magically they're gonna upgrade you. There's so much possibilities, and everything come always as a surprise from the unknown. Right? But you need to know what you want. What do you want? What do you want to experience? Have fun. So as I said, nowadays Airbnb is so easy. Like even Airbnb now, you can rent castles, you can rent like next level villa in paradise. They have Airbnb Plus and Airbnb Deluxe. Everything is possible, and it's gonna get easier and easier and easier to rent anything that we want. Another good example is when you go to Dubai, you can rent a Lamborghini for $800 a day. It might sound expensive for most of us, most of you guys, but when you think about it, this is super cheap to give you an experience of like feeling the depth of like, okay, the best car, one of the best car in the world, and then driving it in the desert, you know really like pressing on this accelerator. It is priceless. Me, a few years back, I was on a trip in California, in LA, in Hollywood, and I was like running my tours, and I took a break from all the students, and I saw this offering where I could rent like a Ferrari for 30 minutes for $100. And back then, $100 was probably like more than it is now. Now it's probably 200 or something. And and yeah, like I spent 30 minutes, and it was totally worth it. It was super quick, and I didn't have like fully that money, but like I still have that photo, and I still have that feeling. And then it's all those little things that add up. So my offering for you is to build a daily celebration gift shopping list. So every day is your birthday. First, we are just listing everything on the database. Okay, I want to rent a Lamborghini in Dubai. I want to have a helicopter trip in Brazil. I want to do scuba diving in the Bahamas. Whatever, list everything. Things that are between $100 to $300, and something that eventually you're going to be offering yourself every day. But for now, just decide, okay, today I'm going to experience this. And then in your meditation, experience it. Feel that you're driving that car. Feel that you're flying in this helicopter. Feel that you're underwater in your heart, and be grateful for it. And then allow yourself to be surprised. And then when the universe is not surprising you with those things, well, eventually just give it to yourself, like stretch yourself and offer it to you. Maybe that's how you need to manifest it, because the fact that you're stretching yourself, you're helping yourself towards your expansion. So have fun, journal, start right away. What are the five environment that you want to experience in your mind eyes, and then start collecting some photos and start shopping on how to go to those locations. It doesn't need to be other countries. It can be places in your country. It can be a five-star hotel. It can be a spiritual club. It can be a retreat center. It can be an event, whatever. Like things that is gonna stretch you, an investment that is like, wow, how I'm gonna make this happen, right? And then just by writing it down, how I'm gonna make this happen, somehow you're gonna be thinking about it for 3 days, and then so much energy is gonna come back, right? And another trick that I have for you is like when you have a problem like that, try this. Like you need to write 20 solution for this problem, and then when you arrive to like 15, 16, 17, there's like you're stretching yourself, and then somehow it's like allowing you to be even more creative. And then from all this brainstorming, you can discuss about it with other people, and it's going to give you even more ideas, and then some solution is going to come, right? Because you're sending a request, an intention of, okay, I want that, right? Have fun, explore, be the creator, enjoy.